Hi everyone, I'm Bonita from Pennies to Dollars, and welcome to my channel if you're new, and welcome back if you have been following me for a while. Today we are going to talk about ways that I have wasted money. Now, none of these were intentional ways, of course, because when you waste money, I don't think you ever do it on purpose, but live and learn, right? So I'm going to share some of those with you in the hopes that maybe it won't happen to you if I share with you my mistakes. So one of the first ways that I have wasted money was buying things in bulk. I bought things in bulk when I was on a very limited budget and I had a lot of kids at home. And I went to Sam's Club and I thought, wow, they've got like 12 tomato sauces for this amount. That is really saving me money. But I was on a limited budget. So when I went to Sam's and I bought things in cases, I was able to buy about 8 or 9 cases of things with my $100 budget. And then I realized that that's all I had. I had a bulk of 8 or 9 items, and I had to make the same type of things all the time. I had to make tomato sauce in almost all of the meals because that's all I had was tomato sauce. And we got kind of tired of tomato sauce, and then I still had tomato sauce left in the cabinet. So I realized that it wasn't always smart when I was on a limited budget to buy things in bulk. It limited what I could make for meals, and it made us tired of having the same thing all of the time because I had fewer things to choose from, just a lot of them. One of the other mistakes, number 2, that I made was not always understanding terms of paying without interest for a certain amount of time. I got some dental work done and I used this care credit where I understood that if I paid it off within a certain amount of time, I would have no interest. And I had a big amount and I was paying it down in huge chunks out of my check. And I only had a little bit left, but I couldn't come up with the last little bit. And I thought, well, it'll be okay. I've paid off the majority of it. I just have this little bit left and I'll get it the next pay period. Well, I didn't understand the terms. So because I didn't pay the entire amount by that date, I got charged interest for the entire amount, like I hadn't even been making those huge payments in chunks out of all of my paychecks. So make sure that you understand the terms. It can be really costly. That cost me $300 or $400 in interest when I only owed about $180 left. I was so discouraged. So again, I'm sharing these things with you so that maybe you won't have to deal with what I had to deal with. I was so upset when that happened. Another one of my ways that I've wasted money, and this is number 3, is by setting things up to auto pay. And yes, I know a lot of people will say that auto pay is the way to go, that it keeps you from having late fees. And that may be true, but everything I've ever set up to auto pay has never ended when I've canceled it. It seems like I've always been charged another month or another 2 months trying to get it stopped. And then I'm spending time trying to call and trying to get refunds and trying to argue with them that I had already canceled it to get the refund. So in the long run, I honestly prefer to pay as I go. And I've showed you before where I just keep a calendar and I keep my dates of when things are due. And I usually run about a month ahead on paying my bills so that I don't have those late fees. But those auto pays, there's always seems to be a catch. And I think that they kind of count on you not paying attention to your bank account or not paying attention to your credit card statement to see that those things are automatically stopped. And maybe we forget when we stopped them. So when we're glancing through there that next month or two, we're seeing that common charge that we're used to, and it's not registering that, hey, we already canceled that. That one should have stopped by this date, but it charged us again. So that's one of the areas that I have wasted money. The next area that I have wasted money is by not sending things back immediately when I've ordered something that didn't fit right. There's been times I've ordered things, and maybe you've done this too, where they come in the mail and they're so close to fitting that you think, oh, I'm not going to send it back. I'm really close to that fitting. It's just a little too small. I'll go ahead and keep it rather than go to all the trouble of sending it back. And then you still can't get into it for whatever reason, and you've kept this item and now you've wasted the money. That has happened to me, which is also very close to my next time that I've wasted money, and that is when I've actually bought things that I was really close to getting into and then I was never able to finally get into them. And I have things that I've purchased like that really was dumb, because I was on a weight loss journey and I was doing really well, and I thought, I'm so close, I'm going to be able to get into this, and then I never was able to get into it for whatever reason. So those are some of the ways that I've wasted money with clothes in the past. So I hope that these were helpful to you. I hope maybe you can't identify with some of the ways that I've wasted money. But the important thing is, when we have wasted money in one way or another, to recognize the progress that we've made, to recognize that we know that that was a problem and not to make those same mistakes again. We all live and learn. Things like this happen to all of us. We can't beat ourselves up over it. All we can do is know better and do better next time. So thank you for watching today. I appreciate it very much, and I hope to see you in the next video.